Then
Yes,
we will start. Okay. Now I will start your class. How many students are present in the classroom? It is not important, but class will going on. One, two, or three students may be present. Now I will start my classes. Are you ready, Argiri?
yes, sir.
During my class, within 10 or 15 minutes, I will ask some questions. Whether I will see whether you are active or not. Okay. I will ask some questions, some suggestions, some tips, so that I will see whether you are active or not. I will screen I will make screen share for all the students now. Just a minute. I will start now. Giri, say me whether my screen is visible to you or not.
Visible, sir.
Here something is written. Yes or no?
Yes,
What is it?
green chemistry.
Okay. Now it is visible. Within today classes, today class and tomorrow class, I will take the total 4 hour. I will take. Okay. If you will continue, then I will complete your total chapter, total green
Yes, sir.
chemistry chapter. Yeah. Only one students join in this class. Okay. I will start now. First of all, I will explain what is green chemistry. Then how the origination of green chemistry occur, and what type of question will arise in our class, in our exam. I will totally discuss, and I will give some selected questions so that you can follow every time. Okay. First, I will study. These are the syllabus: learning out introduction, need and origin of green chemistry, principle of green chemistry, concept of atom economy, summary, terminal questions and answers. Several questions are given in the chapter end, and answer also given. You have to practice it. First, whatever chemistry we do, it should not harm human health and pollute the environment. Our target and aim ambition, whatever chemistry means, whatever actions you are doing. Am I audible, Giri?
Yes,
Am
sir.
I? Yes, yes. Whatever chemistry, whatever reactions we are using, it should not pollute our environment and should not impact a harmful effect upon the human society or any other animal or plant kingdom. It is our focus. It should be our focus. How the need of green chemistry was felt and how green chemistry originated is due to course of time. In the course of time, then the 12 principle of green chemistry will be read. Okay, one by one we will discuss. Then one question may arise in direct question will arise in examination. What is the need and origin of green chemistry for 6 mark or 5 mark? Any other long questions will come. Then what will you write? First, look carefully. First, need of green chemistry. The green chemistry dates back 1990. Before that, green chemistry actually originated before that. How? Why? Harmful effect of DDT. Whenever DDT invention occurred and thalidomide, one drugs, was invented, and scientists observed that these drugs are very much harmful, though they are helpful, but these are very much harmful later on because they gives some side effect to the human health. Another is love canal. Love canal is a place where different types of chemicals are thrown to that particular area. After that, one here from 1930 to 1950. There's 20 years. Uh, so many chemicals are thrown to the river bed. They here is one give example. One picture is given here. The land was given in the city Niagara Falls in 1953, and a school that housing plant were built on it. In 1971, the dumped chemicals leaked. The chemicals which were thrown in that particular area leaked, and due to leaking of these chemicals, it will several types of diseases, carcinogenic diseases, cancer produces, cancer disease are produced in the different people, such as benzene, dioxin, and chlorinated hydrocarbons were came out. It was the another bad situation for the human society. Another is ozone depletion. Due to huge use of chlorofluorocarbons, ozone layer depletion occurs so that the ultraviolet radiation of the sunlight directly came to the earth surface, which creates skin disease to the animal kingdom. Another is Bhopal gas tragedy. These are the effect. These are the situation so that the green chemistry originated. By overcoming these situations, by for eradication of these situations, green chemistry originated. I am telling you the green chemistry. Now one students came. Now I will see. Okay, no one. Okay. Another thing is that then the Pollution Prevention Act of the United States came with aimed that US national policies should eliminate pollution by improving the design instead of the treatment on disposal. Okay. The improvement in design also include cost effectiveness, changes in progress and products, change in raw material and recycling. That means the Pollution Prevention Act of the United States came and wanted to recycle the product and reuse of the products. So another thing is that uh, Environmental Protection Agency of the regulatory agency of United States wanted to control the production of hazardous chemicals, and he also takes some initiatives. How? Now, by minimizing their impact on human health and environment. That means the chemicals which will be produced must be minimized so that they should not be toxic to the human health and environment, because we are living in environment within the environment. So that's why we will first protect our environment. Then another thing is that there was a annual presidential green chemistry challenge award. By watching these different types of hazardous factors, government has declared that if any person or any institution will invent in such a process that which will be environmental friendly, then he or she will be awarded as the annual presidential green chemistry challenge award. Actually, green chemistry uh, first the origination of green chemistry took place by Paul Anastas. Is it visible, Giri? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
If it is not visible, then you can zoom out. Okay, from your side. In 19, in 1990, Paul Anastas and Warner together gave the 12 principle of green chemistry. Or 12 principle is nothing but the guideline by means of which we can develop different chemicals by obeying the several principles. That this is known as 12 principle. Later on we will read. Just say I am telling something regarding this. Two Nobel Prize has been given for development of green chemistry products. One is 2021, another is 2025. In 2021, three scientists are awarded, no less Norris and Surplus. Similarly, Chauvin, Groves, and Schrock. You know the name of the scientist in the inorganic chemistry, you know, Groves catalyst, Schrock catalyst, you know. Then we will directly jump to the 12 principle of green chemistry were published in 1998. Okay, they actually originated, so two scientists. I have told you these two scientists, Paul Anastas and Warner, take initiative for the development of green chemistry, and they combinedly gave these 12 principle of green chemistry in 1998. But they took initiative in 1990. That means here it is explained. The green chemistry has now become central for the pollution prevention, and the chemical process are designed and redesigned so that a chemical involved is safer for human health and wildlife and environment. Different types of questions are given here, and his answer is given in later. You will read whenever you will feel I have given some mark, different coloring mark. You should read these points so that you will get idea from different for attending different questions. Okay, Paul Anastas and here it is written John Warner in 1998 gave the 12 principle of green chemistry. Here it is given 12 principle of green chemistry. First one is this. Prevention of waste, maximize atom economy, less hazardous chemical synthesis, design safer chemicals and products. You should remember these points so that you can highlight all the points, 2 or 3 points. Each point can be explained by 2 or 3 points so that it will be effective. If you will write 2 or 3 points for each point, 2 or 3 points for each headline, then it will cover 2 or 3 pages and it will cover one long question. Type 1 is use safer solvent and reaction conditions, design for energy efficiency, use of renewable feedstock, avoid chemical derivatives, use of catalyst not stoichiometric reagent, design for degradation, analyze in real time to prevent pollution, minimize the potential for accidents, prevent waste. One by one, we will discuss 12 principles. Only 2 to 3 points I will discuss for each heading. Okay. First one is prevention of waste. Here it is given prevention. You should remember the explanation of each short heading. This is known as short heading, and this is known as long heading. Elaborately, the heading is elaborated. It is better to prevent waste than to treat or clean up waste after it has been created. Before producing the waste material, you uh, try to minimize the waste so that waste production will not occur and disposal will not take place. So it is not necessary. It is important to think that your reaction, your production should be in such a way that the waste product should be minimized. And, okay, another students I think Soravika Raut have joined. Soravika, are you left? Okay, okay, she's left. Am I audible, Giri? Am I audible? Giri, ତମକୁ ଶୁଭା ଯାଉଛି?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. ହଉ ଯଦି ତମକୁ ଦେଖା ନଥିବ ତ ଜୁମ୍ କରି ଦେଖୁଥିବ ସେପଟରୁ ହେଲା, କାହିଁକିନା ଆମର ସ୍ମଲ୍ ଲେଟର୍ ହେଇଯାଉଛି ତ।
Again.
Then another point is generation of waste byproduct in a reaction should be minimal. When we plan any reaction or any process, we calculate the cost by adding the cost by starting material, reagent, workup and purification, etc. And you should remember these points which I have highlighted. Thus, prevention is better than cure. जोटा ओडिया रे कहती मूलरू पूरा वेस्ट न बाहर आमर चिंता गला. So prevention is always better than cure. Hold true here also. Hence, waste should be prevented whether they are hazardous or not. First of all, waste should be prevented. It may or may not hazard to the environment or human health. The, the prevention of hazardous waste is more complicated. So, okay. Next one, atom economy. Atom economy means second point. The main elaborate point you should remember. The short heading. These are short heading. These are the elaborate heading. Both short heading and elaborate heading you must write in your examination note. Synthetic methods should be designed to maximize the incorporation of all materials used in the process into the final product. Okay, that means your product should be maximized. You should always focus that my product, my whatever reagent or whatever reactant you are using, but your product must be maximum yield. You have studied many type of reaction till now. Whenever we synthesize a product, we report its actual and theoretical yield in the result. You must uh, give more emphasis that you should do your product should be maximized. The reactants and in addition, generally, in which reaction you can find the whether the reaction will give maximum product or not. Remember one thing that in addition and rearrangement reaction, okay, in addition and rearrangement reaction gives maximum product always because their byproduct is very less. Okay, then third point is less hazardous chemical synthesis. Whenever practicable, synthetic methods should be designed to use should be designed to use generate substances that possess little or no toxic to the people or environment. Our production should be in such a way that it should not produce toxic or hazardous chemicals so that our environment and the people who are working in the laboratory will not be affected by the use of this hazardous chemical. We should remember this in your mind. As responsible chemists, it is our duty to use techniques and methods so that the substances generated are not toxic to human health or environment. Then fourth one is here one point is I have given. Thus, the chemist should provide solution using using methodologies for generating lesser toxic substance. Next one is the fourth one. Fourth one, design safer chemicals. Chemical products should be designed to affect their desired function while minimizing their toxicity. That means suppose a chemicals is a toxic by giving a particular functional group. Suppose one functional group is present in the molecule so that it behaves as toxic. So if we will change the functional group without affecting the original work, then the toxicity will decrease or the hazardous effect will decrease for these chemicals. It is possible to chemists now to determine their toxicity and know the structural features essential for their behavior. With the growth of knowledge and chemistry and characterization technique, it is possible to design materials of desirable qualities but of lesser toxicity. By understanding the detailed mechanism of toxicity, it is possible to reduce the toxicity by the following alternatives. Here you should remember that this is only a theoretical topic and we should focus this topic because it is purely theoretical. Somewhere some mathematics will come and some reactions will come, but maximum case it is very theoretical part. So you should constantly listen it so that you will get some ideas, some word power, then you can elaborate your thought in the examination. It is possible to reduce toxicity by the following way. Suppose one question will arise, how can you will reduce this toxicity of the chemicals? How? By obeying the following points. What are the points? To avoid reactions which lead to toxic product byproduct. By replacing functional group, I have already told you that by suppose one functional group is present in the molecule. Suppose I am giving one example. One functional group is present in the compound, so it behaves toxic. So if I will change the functional group OH to OR, then toxicity will decrease. If similar way, we can follow the similar way by changing the functional group, we can remove the toxicity of the compound by reducing the bioavailability of the toxic component, not allowing toxic substance to reach the target organ. Okay, suppose uh, I can say some toxic substance will affect our eye, affect our nose. So if we will cover the eye and our nose during the reaction period, then toxic effect to the harmful effect to the body will decrease. This type of phenomenon we can adopt. Okay. After discussing these points, then five another five is safe solvent and auxiliaries. What type of solvent, what type of other reagents you are using, this should be safer, means toxic free. The elaboration is to use of auxiliaries substance, solvent or separating agents, separation agents should be made unnecessary whenever possible and in innocuous we used when used. Okay, that means where not necessary. Suppose uh, one chemical is not necessary during our preparation of substance, so you should not unnecessarily use these things in a particular reaction. We should avoid this. Auxiliary substances are those which help in the manipulation of chemical but are not in integral part. So substances are solvent, may be solvent. Suppose 10 ml solvent can remove the waste material. You should not use 20 or 50 ml solvent. Okay, separation agent, etc., which are used at different stages of manufacturing process and use of chemicals. Okay, the auxiliary substances also require their treatment or proper disposal at the end of the reaction or end of the process. At the end, that means I can say the regeneration of solvent should be adopted. That means solvent should be regenerated by different types of evaporatory machines or rotary machines are available in laboratory so that you can collect the used solvent once again. Alternatively, we can use supercritical fluid or carbon dioxide. One is supercritical fluid or carbon dioxide. Why it is called supercritical fluid? I am telling you. Okay, many times we are using immobilized solvent are used so that their harmful effect due to their volatile nature resulting in the exposure and of human and contamination of air are avoided. Okay, then is design for design for energy efficiency. That means we should not use excess energy. That means we should control our energy efficiency so that we should not use many more types of energy, electrical energy, heat energy. That means minimum, if the reaction gives product by using minimum energy, then it is better. The energy requirement of a chemical process should be recognized for their environmental and economic impact and should be minimized. If possible, synthetic methods should be conducted at ambient temperature and pressure. Ambient temperature and pressure means under normal conditions, normal atmospheric pressure and normal room temperature. If reaction possible, then you should do it. Don't allow high temperature. Don't allow high pressure. You should avoid these type of things. because it requires other factors, because it depends on the, if you want to heating, more heating, it depends on other factor. So our reaction becomes more and more complicated. You should adopt the ambient temperature and pressure. We should work out the detail required, such as the reaction conditions, temperature, pressure, use of catalyst, etc., to give us a realistic picture of the energy requirements. My voice is audible, Giri?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Whenever you will be boring, then you will tell. I will give someone 2 minutes relax. Then next I will start. How many students are joined now till now? You are only one.
I
Okay. To minimize the energy requirement, newer methods, different types of new methods you should adopt to doing the reaction using microwaves and ultrasonic energy are being tried. These are the advanced techniques. Microwave and ultrasonic energy are being used for the preparation and production of chemicals. This note is available in IGNO website. Okay, you can download. I will send this link tomorrow. You should download it so that it will be helpful during your examination. Then seventh one is use of renewable feedstock, because uh, within this environment all the substance, coal, petroleum, all are available very less amount. So you should always adopt renewable resources. Okay, feedstock. The raw material or feedstock should be renewable rather than depleting whenever technically and economically practicable. Our lifetime is very short as compared to this time scale. Such resources, when depleted, what I told, coal, petroleum, what I told, so the resources once depleted would not be available again so soon. That is why it is our duty to save the substances which are very much cheap and sorry, which are very much less in the earth surface. Since there is a limited supply of fossil fuel and the energy demands are increasing worldwide day by day, their importance and the cost is increasing proportionately. Thus, we should judiciously use these resources instead of simply burning them as fuel. We can obtain higher value product, and other important compounds can be isolated from them for various use. Okay. Then another point is I have highlighted all the important points you should remember and you should highlight in the examination note. The introduction of the above mentioned protecting, directing, and derivatizing groups and their removal ultimately involves chemical and energy and thus generates additional waste in the environment and increase the cost of production. Therefore, such strategies should be very judiciously made use of during the synthesis. Then, ninth one is catalyst. Wherever catalyst is used, you should use minimum catalyst to produce the product. Catalytic reagent are surprising to stoichiometric reagent. Okay, this is the explanation for the catalyst. The use of a catalyst leads to more. This point I am reading this point. The use of a catalyst leads to more energy efficient. That means suppose why when suppose this is the reaction path. This is the reaction path. I can tell you. Suppose whenever you will use catalyst, then the energy, that is the threshold energy, I can say total energy, activation energy plus energy of reaction is known threshold energy. It requires this amount of energy. Whenever you will use catalyst, the energy will decrease. The threshold energy value will decrease. That means we we will not supply more amount of energy for the reaction process. So catalyst will do like that type of things. Here it is written. The use of a catalyst leads to more energy efficient reaction as the catalyst lowers the activation energy and the temperature for the particular reaction. Needless to say that a catalyst can be used over and over again several times, okay, before getting exhausted or non-functional. Next, 10th one is design for degradation. Chemical products should be designed so that at the end of their function they break down into innocuous product and do not persist in the environment. That means design for degradation. Whatever nowadays the plastics are generated, so that whenever you will expose the plastic in the outside of, of the outside means exposed to sunlight, then it will slowly decompose due to photocatalytic reactions. So we should design the uh, product so that it will decompose in the later after use. That means whenever you will dispose into the environment, it should be uh, degraded by the microorganism or any other material in temperature, pressure, whatever may be, it should be degraded. The persistence of plastics in the environment due to their durable nature, a long lifetime, and causing concern, as they are eaten by animal along with the food and causing obstruction the water bodies. On burning, they release toxic gases. Fires in fabric factories, industries dealing with the plastic have detrimental effect on human health and the environment. Similarly, organohalogen based on pesticides such as DDT would bioaccumulates in plants and animals in their adipose tissues. This causes damage to the species as well as to human who consume it. Okay, it would be best if we could design the biodegradable substance. If we will design the biodegradable substance, then definitely whenever we will expose it after use, then microorganism will degrade it automatically by photocatalytic process or cleave to smaller non-toxic substances. The next one is hence design degradability and biodegradable degradations should go hand in hand for environmental safety and human health. Then 11th one is real-time analysis for pollution prevention. Analytical methodology need to be further developed to allow for real-time in process monitoring and control prior to the formation of hazardous substances. The real-time in process analysis and measurement of hazardous substances is the focus area. That means how much hazardous and how much toxic products are obtained during during the preparation of product. You should focus it and you should minimize it. Next one is we can detect the minute level of a toxic substance and use sensor interface with the process control the reaction would be. That means I can say here that whatever types of chemicals, hazardous chemical produced, you should manage it, you should control it, and you should always find the method in which way we can lower the toxic material. You should always try to modern technology so that the byproduct obtained should be less toxic or zero toxic. We can stop the reaction where and then to prevent any damage to the human health and the environment. Then last principle is 12 number principle, inherently safer chemistry for accidental prevention. That means where industry and chemical reactions taking place, definitely some accident is there, so you should aware about the accident process. Substances and the form of substances used in a chemical process should be clean to minimize the potential for chemical accident, including release, explosion, and fires. Next, accidents. To happen in any field of life, and chemistry is no exceptions. Here, one thing is that nowadays, all sorts of hazards are kept in mind in addition to environment toxic and effect on human health. Many times, solvents involved may be recycled. I have already told you the solvent which you are using during the course of reaction, it should be recycled or recollected by the rotary evaporator. If possible, thus potential accident or a fire could be avoided by minimizing the use of solvent. We may recycle the solvent so that it is not released in the environment. Last one is halogenated substance may also be avoided because halogens are very carcinogenic and very dangerous. Uh, so halogen, chloride, bromide, iodide, not iodide, chloride and fluoride are more dangerous. So halogenated substance may also be avoided as they may lead to toxic as they may get converted to harmful substance in environment is due course of time. Okay, whenever one long question will come, Giri, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
ହଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଲଙ୍ଗ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଆସିବ ତୁମେ 12ଟା ପ୍ରିନ୍ସିପଲ୍ ଲେଖିବା ସହିତ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ ପ୍ରିନ୍ସିପଲ୍ ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ଲେଖିବ ହେଲା so that the long question it will take 2 pages. Long question will be 2 pages. Okay. And what a long question padhibo na, explain the 12 principle of green chemistry. That means you should remember the 12 principles. Then after you should highlight each principle 1 to 2 sentences. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then we will go to discuss one by one. That is first one is atom economy. Concept of atom economy is given here. That means yield product. Amount of product formed, theoretical amount of product. What you expect? Suppose you expect 10 gram product will be obtained, but actually you get 8 gram product. So 8 by 10 into 100, then we will get the percentage yield, that is reaction yield percentage. Then what is atom economy? Then look carefully. I am explaining one by one. Atom economy means here one problem will arise, one or two problem will arise in examination. Suppose one example is given, will be given, and they will ask you that what is your atom economy. What will you do now? First, you should calculate the mass of the product. Then we will calculate the mass of the reactant and divide it and make into percentage. Then if it is 100%, then it is definitely addition or rearrangement reaction. କୋଉଠି କୋଉଠି 100% ବାହାରିବ, ମନେ ରହିଲା ଗୋଟେ ସର୍ଟ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ପାଇଁ କହିବ, ଆଡିସନ୍ ରିଆକ୍ସନ୍ 100% ବାହାରିବ, ଆଉ ଇଏ ଆମର ରିଆରେଞ୍ଜମେଣ୍ଟ ରିଆକ୍ସନ୍ରେ 100% ଆଟମ୍ ଇକୋନୋମି ବାହାରିବ. କିନ୍ତୁ ଅଦର ରିଆକ୍ସନ୍ସରେ atom economy will decrease from their 100%. From it will be 80%, 90%, 95%, 98% maybe in other reactions. But in case of addition and rearrangement reaction, it will be definitely 100%. Do you follow me or not? Atom economy means the product, mass of product divided mass of reactant into 100. Atom economy. Giri ବୁଝିପାରିଲ?
Yes, sir.
Product by reactant, mass of product by mass of reactant into 100. ଏବେ ତୁମେ ଏକା ଅଛ ନା ଆଉ ଆସିଲେଣି ପିଲା?
ଆସିଛନ୍ତି।
ଆସନ୍ତୁ ତ, ମୁଁ ଦେଖେ କୋଉଠି ଆସିଛନ୍ତି ସବୁ, ଅଲ୍ ଆର୍ ଓଡ଼ିଶା ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ଆର୍. Swagatika, you are from where? Swagatika left. How many students are there? Where I can find 3 students, other 3 students. Jyotismita, Padmalaya. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Jyotismita is present or she is absent now? Padmalaya, you are from which district?
Sir, Jagatsinghpur.
Jagatsinghpur. ଆଉ ଇଏ ଜ୍ୟୋତିସ୍ମିତା କୋଉ ଡିଷ୍ଟ୍ରିକ୍ଟର?
Sir from Baleshwar.
ବାଲେଶ୍ୱର। ଓକେ ଓକେ ହଉ ଠିକ ଅଛି ତମେ ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଥିଓରିଟିକାଲ ପାର୍ଟ ହେଲା ଯେତେ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ସରିଲାଣି ଏଇଟା ହେଉଛି ଲାଷ୍ଟ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ଆଜିକାଲି ଲାଷ୍ଟ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ଏଇଟା ପୁରା
Aigwa.
ପିଓରଲି ଥିଓରିଟିକାଲ ଆଉ ବୋରିଂ ହବନି ଏଠି କଣ୍ଟିନ୍ୟୁସଲି ଶୁଣ ହେଲା ଯେତେବେଳେ କିଛି ଡାଉଟ୍ସ ଆସିବ ପଚାରି ପାରିବ
Aigwa.
କିଛି ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ ନାହିଁ ମାନେ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ହିନ୍ଦୀ ବେଙ୍ଗଲୀ
Aigwa.
ଇଂଲିଶ ଯେଉଁ କୌଣସି ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ ପଚାରି ପାରିବ ୱିଦାଉଟ୍ ଏନି ଲିମିଟେସନ୍ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଥିଓରିଟିକାଲ ପାର୍ଟ ଅଛି ଟିକେ ବୋରିଂ ହବନି ହେଲା
Aigwa.
ଜ୍ୟୋତିସ୍ମିତା ସ୍ପିକର ବନ୍ଦ କର ଆଉ କିଏ ଶୁଭସ୍ମିତା ନା କିଏ ଆସିଛନ୍ତି ଏଠି ଶୁଭସ୍ମିତା ନା କଣ ଦେଖାଯାଉନି ରିଟର୍ନ ଟୁ କଲ୍
ଶୁଭଶ୍ରୀ ସାର୍।
ହଁ ଶୁଭଶ୍ରୀ ଆଚ୍ଛା ତମ କୋଉ ଡିଷ୍ଟ୍ରିକ୍ଟ
ଗଞ୍ଜାମ।
ଗଞ୍ଜାମ ଓକେ ହଉ ଠିକ୍ ଅଛି ଦେଖିଲ ଶୁଭଶ୍ରୀ ଭିଜିବୁଲ ହଉଛି
ୟେସ୍ ସାର୍।
atom economy means product mass by reactant mass into 100 clear suppose we have one target product that is the amide product one reaction is given they ask one question that calculate the atom economy of amide this amide then what will you do the mass of amide divided by the mass of reactant then another product is there here also present so its atom economy definitely will decrease from the 100 value suppose mass of this amide is here given mass of 87 ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଜୁମ୍ କରୁଛି ହେଲା mass of amide is 87 and the mass of reactant is 133 so whenever it is multiplied by 100 then definitely it will decrease from its normal value that is 65 that means this reaction is not addition or rearrangement reaction it is another type of reaction we will not I am not interested to tell just whenever different types of products will obtained remember one thing is that whenever many products 2 or 3 products will be obtained then definitely the atom economy will decrease from the norm from the 100 value you should remember then elimination reaction similarly in case of elimination reaction the atom economy will decrease from the 100 value then summary you will read the summary of the reaction whatever I told you all the things are written in shortcut way you will read I have already highlighted different points then terminal questions are there and the answer is there so you should read it and remember it some short question may arise in examination you should write it for your convenient I am telling one question here briefly explain the disaster of a love canal here it is given self assessment questions sir. Yes okay what is the full form of EPA no the answer of that question is are not here question is here question all the questions are given oh terminal question here love canal here sir okay answer is here love canal is situated in Niagara Falls in USA the chemical substance dumped in 90 already I have told you during my teaching you should read it and so you should remember it so such type of question will arise the answer is given here the answer is given here and the question is given here question is given here these are the questions okay you should follow it These are the answer of that questions. Then tool of green chemistry. What type of tool you should adopt, you should use during synthesis, during production of different types of products. Here we will explain. These are the questions, these are the explanation, learning outcome, and these are the similar types of question will arise. Explain the use of various tools of green chemistry, discuss the purpose of using this tool. Such type of things will arise one by one. Look carefully. Tools of green chemistry. For a substance to be synthesized, the first and the most important step is to choose a proper starting material or the feedstock uh, out of the available options. That means for substance to be synthesized, suppose substance A, capital A, substance A will be synthesized. The first and the most important steps, what type of, how many type of steps are using during the course of reaction, you should follow it. Choose a proper starting material so that the product will be maximum. No side product, no waste product will be obtained during the course of reaction. You should meticulously study this. Before going to start any reaction, you should follow each step and term and conditions so that you can maintain proper way. That's why you can minimize the byproduct formation and the production of some extra products will be minimized. Okay. This is the question, and what I told, this is the answer. Next one, reagent. Reagent means the chemicals or substance which are used during the course of reaction. After fixing the material or feedstock, the next step is to choose the reagent that is easily available. Suppose I am telling you one reaction is possible in both alcohol and water. You should focus first which one is easily available. That means between alcohol and water is easily available, so we should choose such type of substance that is easily available, and which substance, in which solvent, in which reagent the product is maximum. You should focus it. This is the most important because our target to maximize the product. Suppose out of alcohol and water, the production is alcohol is maximum and the production in water is minimum. So you should choose alcohol, though water is available easily, because our target to produce more amount of product. Then solvent. Which type of solvent you should use? Volatile organic solvent (VOC) typically are industrial solvent such as trichloroethylene, fuel oxygenated such as methyl tertiary butyl ether. These are the volatile organic compounds or byproduct produced such as chloroform. VOC are often components of petroleum fuel, hydraulic fluid, paint thinner, and dry cleaning agents. These are the some examples of volatile organic liquids, organic solvents. And the solvents are used depending on the solubility, depending on the reactions, depending on the cost effective. So many factors they depend. But you always focus in which way you will be economically benefited. You should focus such type of things. Production of the target molecule. Suppose what type of molecule you want to uh, produce. You should focus upon this. You should design your synthetic procedure in such a way that the production of hazardous substances or byproduct should be minimized. Thus, we can uh, manipulate the structural features what I told before that. Suppose one functional group is giving a byproduct which is toxic. So you should change the functional group from one functional group to another functional group, but the reactivity and the action of the product should remain constant. You should change the functional group so that the toxicity will change. Manipulate the structural features of a molecule to meet our, this line I am reading, to meet our desired requirement. For example, we can retain the functional property of a molecule, its action as an biotic by example is given here. Its action as an antibiotic by retaining the structural features responsible for making it behave like that. At the same time, its toxicity, if present due to certain structural features of functional groups, can be reduced or removing by changing those features or functional groups in the molecule. By this way, we have modified our desired product to exhibit properties desired for its particular use. So synthetic synthesis are very interesting and very challenging. Okay, that means in simple way, I am telling you that your synthetic procedure should be adopted so that so that you change the functional group so for decreasing the toxicity and adverse effect. Catalyst and process of analytical chemistry. Why analytical chemistry is are adopted? Because in analytical chemistry the byproduct is very less. That's why you should adopt analytical chemistry. I'm reading this point. The use of catalyst thus saves the cost and also offer the cleaner way of performing reactions in the laboratory as well as in the industry. The pollution load is thus reduced. Many transition metals based catalysts are being used for various processes by what one has to really assess their toxicity, nature, and environmental pollution caused by them. Then summary of this total topic, I am telling you in shortcut way catalyst and process analytical chemistry. You should remember, I am telling you one thing that you should remember the headline and one point. In examination, you will highlight the point in elaborate manner. This is the systematic procedure to write something in a particular for a particular questions. Okay, for a answer for a particular question. You should remember what is the heading and what type of elaboration should be done. Subhasri, am I audible? Subhasri left.
Yes, sir.
Subhasri, yes. You should remain active during my class because after in each 10 minutes I will test whether you are active or not. I have already told you that that is the theoretical topic. You should remember it. Then answer a similar type of questions are given, self-assessment, terminal questions, and the terminal answers are given. You should read it and you should keep in your mind so that it will be benefit for your examination. Then evaluation of chemicals, products or process. How chemical products are evaluated or produced. That means in this chapter in unit 3, basically we will discuss the production of chemicals or basically chemical products, how the methodologies have been adopted for producing such different types of chemicals. Here, how chemistry should be practiced in a safer mode. In this unit, we will evaluating chemical products and the process in terms of their effect on human health and environment. What type of effect, whether bad effect or good effect, they are uh, they are producing in human health and environment. Environment means and plant kingdom, animal kingdom, and all type of wild animals. What are the effect of these chemicals on the human health as well as environment? Here basically we will read. First of all, it's a similar type of question will arise in the examination. What is the effect? What is the effect of chemical on human health and environment? A long question will come. Then you will explain one by one by point. Minimum 20 points you should write. Effect of different types of previously I have already told you DDT, uh, love canal, and different types of medicines, what they are affecting, how their effect is very dangerous to the human health. Already I have told you. Similarly, every different types of chemicals and their bad effect you can explain one by one. This is the effect on human health. and environment also, because environment directly affect to the human or any other wild animal. One by one, 20 to 25 points you should write in examination for this long question. I have already giving some marks. You should remember these points. This is followed by the identification type of chemical reaction found. Then we focus on the choice of reagent, solvent, and the reaction conditions, which finally lead to the desired product. Then this point I am reading. So the section, so the selection or the choice has to take into account health and safety first, and compared to the economic aspect. First safety, then economy, because first study, then sorry, first body, then study. You can say body ସିନା ରହିଲେ ତମେ ପଇସା କଥା ଚିନ୍ତା କରିବ, ଯଦି ବଡିଟା ଏକ୍ଜିଷ୍ଟ କରୁନି ତେଣୁ ପଇସା ଚିନ୍ତା କରିବା ହିଁ ବୃଥା. Human health cannot be sacrificed, nor our environment, because intricate balance exists between several processes occurring inside our body as well as in the environment. There is a dedicated balance between the environment and human health, which is affected can lead to the disastrous situation, disaster situations. So, by giving some such type of introduction, you will start effect of human health and environment. Then, evaluation of reaction types. Several types of reactions you have read in organic, inorganic, and different physical reactions you have already read, because now you are prepared for the examination. Then addition. You will write the definition of addition reaction and one example. Definition of one substitution reaction example, elimination reaction example, rearrangement reaction example, pericyclic reaction one example you have already read, oxidation reduction redox reaction one example, and then it will be a long question for you. This type of long question will not arise because it is a very common long question, but you should know and you should remember the examples. Okay, these are the examples are given here, and here even addition reaction, okay, even substitution reaction, SN reaction, nucleophilic substitution, electrophilic substitution reaction you have already read. And some examples are also here given. Rearrangement reactions, pericyclic Diels-Alder reaction. Here pericyclic reaction is given, Diels-Alder reaction you know, redox reaction is given here, you know better. That means different types of reactions, their example you must give. One question is given here. Such type of question will not arise because it is actual green chemistry. So the question which will arise in examination, it will be based on green chemistry. But you should remember, whenever short question will come, you should remember that addition reaction and rearrangement reaction gives maximum product or maximum atom economy. We should also design or scheme of how to deal or dispose of that particular area extra materials. Thus, we should option for those reactions that use non-toxic or non-harmful material. Also, if possible, the use of a catalyst should be encouraged, as this minimize the requirement of energy material as well as time. Already I have told you. Then evaluation of methods to design safer chemicals. Safer chemicals means the chemicals which will be produced should be safe, should be non-hazardous, and how these evaluation methods should be adopted, look carefully. First one is 3 points I am elaborating. Whether the substance will be harmful to the human health or not, or to the environment or not. Maybe its a byproduct or waste product generated in the reaction may be harmful to human health or to the environment. Even a metabolite of these substances may prove to be harmful if not disposed of properly. But as a green chemistry, we are designing a particular molecule to serve a particular purpose. We should also know whether this molecule will be harmful or not human health or the environment, and before we draw a scheme of synthesis for this, that means I am telling you one thing, that first before going to do reaction you should draw different scheme and different steps, in which steps which type of products, which type of gas, which type of liquid are obtained during the course of reaction. You should first observe it, and in which steps which steps should be avoided so that the product will be obtained but the byproduct will not obtained. You should first manipulate it. We should first think from the chemistry point of view. You should think which type of steps we should adopt so that the product will be maximized. Clear? Then some points are written here. I am telling one by one. Okay. First is mechanism of toxicity. I have already told you. Mechanism of toxicity means whether mechanism path, whether or a path of reaction gives toxic product or not. You should first observe it. I have already told you. Another thing is that just as the structure and the reactivity, whether the molecule structurally is hazardous or toxic or not. Suppose a molecule contains NH2 group and it is highly toxic. Then if you will change the NH2 group, then toxicity will decrease. Then you should adopt such type of reaction by changing the functional group, NH2 group. This is known as, and the point to elaborate this phenomenon. Just as the structure and the reactivity of a compound is related, so is the relation between the structure and the biological activity. Suppose one functional group biologically very much active and it reacts with different enzymes. So you should control, you should remove the functional group. So such type of activity will be lost by the compound. Am I audible, Jyotismita?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Padmalaya, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Next point, third point I am discussing. Point number third. Point number third is here. Is it visible, Subhasri? If it is not visible, you should zoom out from your side. Padmalaya, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. If toxic groups are identified, suppose I have already told you that if two or three functional groups are present by OH group, if suppose I am telling, suppose cyanide group is present in the compound. Suppose the toxicity of compound arises due to the presence of cyanide group. So you should change the cyanide to NH2 or to OH group, what you want, so that the toxic nature of the compound will change. So similar point is given here. If toxic group are identified in the molecule, then they should be suitably replaced by other group so that the resultant molecule is non-toxic. These are the points how the steps you should follow. This type of question will arise in your examination. You should remember which type of steps you should follow so that the reaction will proceed to give the desired product without producing harmful or toxic byproduct. You should explain these points what I am telling, what I have already here I have already given some uh, mark, color mark, marker mark, so that you should remember these points. Only these three or five, 6 words. If you will remember these 6, 7 words, then you can elaborate in your examination paper with your own language. Padmalaya, do you understand me or not?
Yes, sir.
Question is that how you can remove, you can decrease the byproduct or toxic or harmful product during the course of reaction. And these are the points I am telling. Okay. Next, another point is that bioavailability. Bioavailability means the substance is said to be bioavailable when it is entered into the body. The route may be dermal, respiratory, and membrane transport. We can decrease the solubility of the toxic molecule by increasing the size that does not enter into the body through dermal means skin, by skin. Bioavailability means it should not react with the body, I can say, and respiratory system and membrane transport. That means it is very much friendly to our health or to our body, you can say, through dermal route and absorption or respiratory route. It can remove or enter in by these three things. Three things means by derm means skin, dermal and respiratory through and or membrane. Transportation. That means this chemical can be transported easily without causing any harmful effect. Last one is many times it happens in the substance itself may be non-toxic, but the solvent and other substances to make it functional may be toxic. In some time we found that the product is not toxic, but the solvent or any other chemicals that are used during the course of reaction, these they are very much toxic. So you should avoid this type of solvents. You should avoid this type of auxiliary substances. Okay, that means our product is safe, but the side product, but the solvent is very much harmful. So you should avoid this type of solvent. Always try to do reaction without using any solvent. That means solvent free reaction. Okay, these points you should adopt. Again, I am telling you such points. How can you will remove the toxic product from your reaction? Mechanistic toxicity from mechanism pathway. Then structural activity by changing the functional group. Toxic or identification of a side product, you should minimize it. Then bioavailability means it is suitable to the body and it can transport it to inside and outside the body. Then another is that solvent, which is a solvent or auxiliary substance which are very much toxic to the human health, they should be avoided. Then summary is given. What I told you, what I read from this topic already discussed, and summary is given here. Okay, you should read it because whenever you will summary read, you will read summary, then total scenario will come to your mind, total picture of the topic. Here some questions are given, the answer also given, and you should read it. If it is very easy to you to remember all these things. Okay, both questions and answers are given. Terminal answers are given here. Then here also the answer is given, and it is your duty to read and remember and write, because within 2 days you cannot cover the up to 20 classes. Actually, we are covering 20 classes within the 2 days or 4 hours. So it's you are responsible for, because we are the teacher, we are the catalyst to supply some knowledge, basic knowledge in a particular topic. But you had a particular topic and we will give some tips so that you should remember it and you should write in your examination paper. Then harmful effect of chemistry. What are the harmful effect? What type of effect uh, falling on human health, other plants and animals, especially environment? We can tell what are the harmful effect of chemistry. Though chemistry is a very useful and interesting science, the inherent nature of chemicals need to be understood carefully. Giri, are you present or absent? Giri,
Yes, sir.
we should aware of the harmful nature and toxic effect of chemicals in general. However, it handled properly the exposure to them. Again, I am reading. Though chemistry is very useful and interesting science, the inherent nature of the chemical needs to be understood carefully. That means whether a chemical is very much harmful or very much suitable, you should first understand it carefully. We should be aware of the harmful nature of the toxic effect. Without knowing any any property of a chemical, you should not touch it, you should not open the bottle, you should not use for any purposes. You should first read and what is the effect. You should know the nature, you should know the property of that chemical, then after you should use it. Otherwise, you should not touch it. In chemistry laboratory, especially in chemistry laboratory, whenever you will go to chemistry laboratory, the laboratory assistant will tell you, don't touch any chemical, stand straight without touching, because you don't know the behavior or the property of that chemical. So without knowing the nature and property of chemical, you should not touch any chemical. Okay, first you should read it, the nature, harmful effect. I am reading. Here we will, especially one long question will come here, one long question. Discuss how this global environmental effect affect the lives of human being, wildlife, aquatic life, and the environment. This may be a long question for coming exam. You should remember it and you should explain the toxic effect of human. Same question. Human being means wildlife, aquatic animal, and environment. First, environment will affect, then all the we means plant and animal, all are present within this environment. Then we will read one by one the important points. I will read. You should remember these important points and you should highlight with your own language. Toxic to humans. First, toxic to humans. Humans have a unique place on the earth, and with the advent of development, humans are exploring newer way of using the resources available to them, because human has a mind to think and to reuse the resources. They are also innovating new materials to make their lives comfortable. We are using different types of things. Why? Because of comfortableness. We are using vehicle, we are using bike, car, truck, bus, because of comfortable, and we are using AC. What type of things you are using? Fan, what type of, they are obtained from the nature and they obtained from the resources. By using the natural resources, we are preparing these materials for our comfort and for our easy lives. These materials being developed These materials being developed for a variety of purposes for utilization in agriculture, pharmaceutical, drugs, dyes, paints, polymers, and plastics, etc. Because after preparation of agricultural product, pharmaceutical, drugs, dyes, paints, polymer, plastics, they are directly used by human beings, especially man, human being. Am I audible now, Giri?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Some some call are coming and disturbing me. Next, another point is there. As far as the toxicity of a chemical to the humans is concerned, the following aspects should be considered while making wiser choice. When you are taking any choice, you should follow the following points. Which of the following, of the available option of chemicals has a potential to cause toxic to the human? Which of the available option of chemicals has a potential to cause the toxicity to the human? Which factors is responsible to give toxic effect to the human being? You should first analyze. If there is more than one such option, then which of the chemicals has more severe effect? Suppose ABC three chemicals are given to you, and someone ask, some scientist or chemist will ask which one is better and which one is very dangerous. You should observe the side effect and the effect of the human health. What type of effect these chemicals fall upon the human health? You should first observe it. Whether the effect of human health is reversible or not. That means suppose one chemical falls on the skin and your skin become yellow. After a few days, the yellowness vanishes. That means it is reversible. Suppose one chemical falls on your skin, but it is permanent. The yellow color remains permanent and it damages your skin. That means it is very dangerous to the human health. So you should observe. You must first test the activity of these chemicals. One question is given here, what aspect about a chemical should be considered before using it? That means three aspects I have already told you. Here three aspects you should observe. First one of accept aspect here. Here one is given and another aspect is given here. Two aspect. Okay. So total three aspect is given so that you should observe belong it. That means both question and answer are both available here, but you should find it. I have highlighted. You need not to do many work because I have already find some questions and answers and I have highlighted. Whenever you will go through this note is available in the internet. But if whenever you will to go through this note, then you can easily find the questions and answers. Tomorrow I will share this note, okay, in this chat box. Now I will see whether you are active or not. Other three students, Basri, Pratismita. Pratismita, am I audible? Are you active or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we will discuss toxic to wildlife. Toxic to wildlife. Now look carefully. I will discuss one by one. It is difficult to understand the toxicity of a chemical among all the species. That means a particular chemical is toxic to a particular animal, but it is not toxic to the another animals. Okay. Suppose one chemical that is the, I can say, the poison of snake. Maybe the poison of snake may be, uh, you know that the uh, antivenom poison is created by in the horse blood. That means this chemical may affect the human health. That means poison of a snake may affect the human health. But if small doses is given to the horse, then antivenom will be generated. That means a particular compound is dangerous to a particular animal. So it is difficult to observe, difficult to find which chemical is toxic to a particular animal or a particular plant. Still, we will observe in broad sense. Okay, we will find the broad sense. Then this chemical is affected three types of animal, and this chemical is very much dangerous to one animal. By observing these things, we can choose. We can say that this chemical is dangerous. This chemical is not dangerous. We can say, but actual danger, and because danger is a relative word, because a particular chemical is dangerous to particular animal, it is not dangerous to another animal. So it is a relative phenomenon from animal to animal, I can say. Here one example is given here. Compound A is toxic to one species, while compound B is toxic to another species. In another situation, compound A is toxic to one species but the beneficial to other species. I have already told you. Suppose if you do not recall any particular name of any particular chemical, so you can give example A and B, C, D, X, Y, Z, similar type of things you can explain. That means your understanding is clear, but your elaboration is also clear. Though you do not know the do not know the name of the particular compound. Do you understand me or not, Giri?
Yes,
Suppose
sir.
you suppose you don't know the name of a particular compound. ତମେ ଗୋଟେ particular ନା ଜାଣିନା, ଟିକେ ଲାଇନରେ ଥିବ, କଟିବନି କେ। I am very sorry that I received one call. Okay, Subhasri, Padmalaya, are you present?
Yes, sir.
ମୋ ସେଠି କଲ୍ ଆସିଗଲା ତ, ଅର୍ଜେଣ୍ଟ କଲ୍ଟା ରିସିଭ୍ କରିବା ବାଧ୍ୟ ହେଲି, କଟିଗଲା। ଠିକ୍ ଅଛି, ତାପରେ ଟକ୍ସିସିଟି ଟୁ ହ୍ୟୁମାନ୍ ୱାଇଲ୍ଡ ଲାଇଫ୍, ଏଇଟା ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲେ ବୋଧେ? ହଁ, ଠିକ୍ ଅଛି, ଏଇଟା ସରିଛି। Next, effect to the local environment. Local environment means particular area. That means this type of situation, this type of environmental pollution are not, এটা ପଛକୁ ଯାଉନି କାଇଁ, এটা ଗଲେ କଟିଯିବନି ତ କଲ୍ଟା? ଆଚ୍ଛା, ଓକେ। Now am I audible, Subhasri? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, ঠিক আছে। Effect on local environment. That means this type of environmental pollution is available in a particular area, but it is not present in all type of all area. Okay. Suppose one example is given here. One is smog formation. In a particular area, when smog formation occur, then we cannot see the distant object, just like fog during winter season. And it also directly affect to the respiratory problem, lungs, thorax, all it will affect directly. Okay, visibility decreases. Here, first one is smog formation takes place. Second one is photochemical smog. Photochemical smog means during daytime or during sunny time. This type of photochemical smog occur. Okay, now photochemical reactions. Left side I am reading. Photochemical reactions of air pollution such as nitrogen oxides, oxides of nitrogen, volatile organic compounds, or the ultraviolet light. Photochemical reactions occur and it will produce some photochemical smoke. This smog formation affect visibility and the general activities, but the ozone present can be cause of discomfort to people who have respiratory diseases. The, the term smog, not to be confused with the photochemical smog, is a bluish gray haze. जो हेजी हेजी गंध है. Smog is commonly used to represent near ground hazy made of a combination of smoke and fog. Smoke ଆଉ fog combination ରେ ଆମର smoke ତିଆରି ହେଇଥାଏ. ଆଉ photochemical smoke ଟା ହଉଛି କ'ଣ ନା light ପଡ଼ିଲେ. When sunlight falls, at that moment it will generate oxides of nitrogen and hydrocarbons. They will form photochemical smoke. And it is also very dangerous in a particular area. Mainly it is seen in mainly industrial area, because in industry oxides of nitrogen are produced. So these make very hazy in the environment. Photochemical smog is caused by the action of solar ultraviolet radiation on atmosphere polluted with hydrocarbon and oxides of nitrogen, what I told here. Then environmental effects, global environmental effect. And here 2 points are given here. Global environmental effect are given here. Although oxides of nitrogen species are relatively short-lived, they can react chemically with the hydrocarbon to produce PAN, peroxyacetyl nitrate, which provides a reservoir for nitrogen oxide. This can be transported long distance from the source to affect ozone chemistry. The lifetime of a PAN, peroxyacetyl nitrate, this is the PAN, depends strongly on temperature. The lifetime of, okay, depends on strongly temperature, 2 times it is written. Okay. Global environmental effect, then we will discuss. Global climate change, stratospheric ozone depletion. That means global environmental effect means globally it is affected in large area affected by this process. One is climate change. Suppose in a particular area uh, the climate should be rainy, but now the climate is sunny. Okay, so that means climate change occur due to the human activity. First type of activity human made, then we will read one by one. Global climate change first. It is result. Global climate change is the result of global warming, which is caused due to the greenhouse effect. Due to increase of carbon dioxide, water vapor, they are respond these gases. The global warming gases or greenhouse gases are responsible to hold the temperature, and so the temperature will not escape out. That is why the temperature of the atmosphere increases slowly. Certain gases such as carbon dioxide and water vapor are called greenhouse effect gases because these gases will hold the temperature, and the temperature of the atmosphere increases. And this is known as global warming. Then this point. In the era of development, there are anthropogenic source of carbon dioxide such as the combination of fossil fuel. Here also the main culprit, carbon dioxide, is itself not harmful to the human being, plants and animals. But when the concentration becomes larger in the atmosphere, then the indirect effect becomes significant in form of a global climate change. That means carbon dioxide will does not directly affect, but it is indirectly affect, indirectly hold the temperature. Okay, how the temperature or global warming occur, how the global climate change we are reading now. The increased concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere result in the increase in the average global temperature. Average global temperature increases. The increase in the global temperature has its own consequences which are also followed. How the global temperature increases? Warmer temperature, slowly increase of temperature, heat waves. Sunny in a sunny day, heat waves are obtaining. Fire, wildfire. That means during when suppose a forest will catches fire, forest will catches fire. So due to forest burning, due to many plants will burn. So much temperature will produce and it will spread over the environment. Another storm, flood, and landslide. These are the natural calamities. You cannot obstruct it. But by this process, the temperature will change. The result is a severe storm, flood. Sorry, results due to increase or temperature or climatic change occur, and this will affect the storm production, flood, and landslide will occur due to temperature change in the environment. Maybe one question will arise: how temperature of global warming? Oh, sorry, how this direct this question I am telling you this. How global environmental effect occur? You should highlight this point. First, we are highlighting the global climate change highlighting. Okay, then we will start the stratospheric ozone depletion. Okay, then we will do next. How temperature increases, what is the outcome of temperature change. First, here one is a glacier, melting of ice slate, we can say. When melting of ice slate occur, then definitely increase the sea level rise. When sea level rises, definitely the water level in point C, the coastal area water level will come and the flood occur in the coastal area. That means it is this to this, A to B, B to C. First, ice sheet will melt, then water rises in the sea level, and the effect on the sea level rises in the coastal area. Directly, it generates the flood. This is the effect of consequence of the or consequence of the temperature rise in the environment. Another thing is that absorption of carbon dioxide by ocean, making them in more acidic. Suppose more amount of carbon dioxide uh, is found in environment atmosphere, then it will mix with the water to form carbonic acid. So water becomes acidic. Whenever the dissolution of carbon dioxide occur in water medium, more amount of too much everything is bad, you know. When more amount of carbon dioxide will mix with water, it will form carbonic acid. That means the solution becomes acidic. In acidic water, the marine life or the aquatic animal cannot survive. Climate change, invasive pests and diseases among the pest means some insect will increase. Fisheries, crops, and livestock destroy. destroy. Then stratospheric ozone depletion. How ozone depletion occur? Nowadays, each person, each home, each people want to sleep, want to stay inside the AC room. So AC room or produces such type of things. Chlorofluorocarbon, compressor gases. These gases are very much dangerous. Whenever these gases will come out, it will go to several layer are present in the atmosphere, troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. In stratosphere second level, there is one ozone layer. When these chlorofluorocarbon gases, refrigerator, we are using these gases in refrigerator. Uh, these gases will come out. It will produce free radical chlorine free radical. This chlorine free radical will decompose O3. O3 means ozone. So it will produce O2 and O2. O2 will be converted into oxygen molecule. So it will not uh, it will not make any cover. O2 will not make any cover just like O3, because O3, in the presence of O3, ozone layer will obstruct the path of entry of ultraviolet radiation coming from the sun. So which will save our life from the skin cancer. Whenever chlorofluorocarbon increases in our environment, it will directly affect to the human health. Directly affect. As soon as the harmful effect of chlorofluorocarbon becomes clear, the scientific and environmental suggestion that their replacement should be found and used, that there is no further damage of ozone layer. That means you should not use too much CFC to control the uh, to intact the ozone layer. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. I thought that you left. All you are left. Your class will be over in at 8:30.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Padmalaya, am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next page. I will tell. So another point is there. I can read it. So by using alternative strategies, we can reduce the ill effect of the chemicals on human health, reduce their toxicity effect on wildlife, improving our local environment as well as save our global environmental by using green chemistry. Whenever one question will arise, how global, uh, how chemicals affect globally, explain it, then you should focus these 2 points. One is global climate change, stratospheric ozone depletion. Okay, this may be a long question for your coming examination. Then summary of this topic, I have highlighted one points here. These, thus these no, this point is not important for you. Then terminal question is there and answer is also there. These are the questions and these are the questions and these are the answers. You can correlate it and you can find the answer of that questions. Then next we will start planning a green synthesis. How a synthesis takes place. That means green synthesis means first understand what is green synthesis. Green synthesis means the production of chemicals without producing any hazardous or harmful products. This is known as green synthesis. That means we will prepare chemicals, but it will not affect any human health on our environment. This is known as green synthesis. And what type of steps we should adopt so that we can come as a green under green chemistry. It is the most important fact. Okay, now we will discuss one by one. First, green synthesis of ibuprofen. Here some steps are given and ibuprofen is a chemical and this is the structure of ibuprofen. Ibuprofen is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. It is used to give a relief from inflammation, fever and pain including migraines and osteoarthritis. It has the following structures. It involves the following steps. It can see the process that 6 steps are involved. Okay, these are the 6 steps. But in green synthesis, it is original synthesis by the boost group started with the isobutyl benzene and is shown here. But you should not follow these steps, because by following these 6 steps, you will find different types of byproducts, side products, auxiliary products will come out, and these are very much dangerous to human health. Here, the 6 steps are given here. You should not remember it. Clear? You should remember these steps because this is the green steps, green synthesis. By this process, we will find the product, the same product. We will find the same product here, but in case of here, old method, we will find different types of byproduct which is harmful. But in this sequence, step 1, step 2, step 3. But here step 6. Here we are using step 6, you are step 3. So that we will not get any side product which is harmful. You should remember these steps and directly write in your answer paper and explain that. What you will explain, I am telling you. By following these 3 steps, we will find the ibuprofen. So that here no toxic side products are obtained in any step. So it is environmental benign process, environmental friendly, eco-friendly process. So we adopt such type of green synthetic procedure for the preparation of ibuprofen. But if we will follow, ସେଇଟା ଗୋଟେ para କରିବ କି? But if we will follow the old method, then it will take 6 steps. And we will in the six steps we will find different types of carcinogenic products which will affect to our body. Okay, similar types of things we will write. First each step we will explain, 1 2 3 steps we will explain, and then the merit and demerit of these things of the 3 steps, and demerit of these 6 steps we will explain one by one. At least 8 to 10 points will come, and this reaction will come. It will cover one long question, because one question will arise how green synthesis is very much useful for the production of chemicals without affecting other. Give one example. Give one example. This is the question. Give one example so that give one green synthetic procedure. You should write this ibuprofen method. Very simple. I am just giving one example. You should remember it. Look carefully. Here acetic anhydride is given. Acetate part. Acetate part will come directly to para position. Will connect para position. COCH3 will come here. Then when COCH3 will come here, then Rani nickel is given, reduction will occur, then ketone is converted into alcohol, reduction occur. Ketone is converted into alcohol, simple way. When ketone is converted to alcohol, another thing is that step to CO is given here. CO is directly enter into here. That means only OH is here, OH is also here, but one CO is coming. Because we gave one CO in presence of palladium catalyst, we will get CO here, COOH, the, which is known as ibuprofen. And the use of ibuprofen is, you know what I read in the next here. Ibuprofen, you write this, the use of ibuprofen is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. You should write 1 point for the benefit of the ibuprofen. କ'ଣ ପଦ୍ମାଳୟ ମନେ ରହିବ ନା ନାହିଁ ଷ୍ଟେପ୍ ସବୁ?
Yes, sir.
ସିମ୍ପଲ୍ ଷ୍ଟେପ୍ ଅଛି, ଡିଫିକଲ୍ଟ ନାହିଁ ହେଲା। ସିମ୍ପଲ୍ ଷ୍ଟେପ୍ସ ଅଛି, ଖାଲି ଚେଞ୍ଜ ଏଇ ଜାଗାରେ ଖାଲି ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଇଛି। COCH3 କନେକ୍ଟେଡ୍ ହେଲା, ତାପରେ OH ହେଇଗଲା, ତାପରେ COH ହେଲା। କ'ଣ କଷ୍ଟ ଅଛି କହିଲ? ସବୁ ଇକ୍ୱାଲ୍, ସବୁ ସିମିଲାର, ଅଲ୍ ରିଆକ୍ସନ୍ସ ଆର୍ ସିମିଲାର, ଖାଲି ୱାନ୍ ପୋଜିସନରେ ଖାଲି ଚେଞ୍ଜେସ୍ ହେଇଛି ଏଠି। ଠିକ୍, ଫାଷ୍ଟ ହେଲା COCH3, ତାପରେ OH ହେଇଗଲା ସେ ଜାଗାଟା, ତାପରେ COH ହେଇଗଲା ହେଲା। ଠିକ୍ ଅଛି। Then ibuprofen is completed. Another is design and application of surfactant for carbon dioxide for precision cleaning in manufacturing and service industries. Okay, tomorrow I will explain this topic. Now I will make some short note for you, total chapter what I teach you. I read, I look carefully. One by one I will tell what I taught. for your teaching process, so that you can recall it, you can correlate it. You become bored, I think. गिरी लिप्सा लिप्सा तुम्हें एबे जॉइन कल कि पद्मालया जय
सर ଏବେ ଜଏନ୍ କଲି ସାର୍।
हाँ, अच्छा जयश्री जयश्री तुम्हें एबे जॉइन कल कि
हाँ सर एबे जस्ट जॉइन कली।
जयश्री तुम को डिस्ट्रिक्ट का लिप्सा
सर गजपति।
आ लिप्सा
हाँ
तमरो
ସାର୍ ଗଜପତି।
अच्छा ठीक ଅଛି तुम्हें मु नोट टा काली पठेई देबी हैला मु ताको देखि देबो कि लिखा है हम हाइलाइट
ଠିକ୍
कर देई
ଅଛି
से हाइलाइट का पढ़
ओके सर।
हाइलाइट पढ़ के जीवो सेउडा हाइलाइट कर हम भी हाइलाइट कर लिखबो
ओके सर।
थैंक यू सर।
ହେଲା अच्छा मु वर्तमान शॉर्ट नोट करूची मो स्क्रीन विजिबल होउची कि लिप्सा देखिला
ନାଇଁ ସାର୍ ଏବେ ଫିଜିକାଲ
विजिबल होउनी
ନାହିଁ। ନାଇଁ ସାର୍
ଓ ମୁଁ କାଟି ଦେଇଛି अच्छा विजिबल मु ଏବେ पढुथली विजिबल होउनथला
ସାର୍
ନାଇଁ
ମତେ
ସାର୍
ଭିଜିବଲ ହଉନଥିଲା ଏବେ
ମତେ
ପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟ
ବି
ହେଲା ସାର୍
ଭିଜିବଲ
ସ୍କ୍ରିନ୍।
ଏବେ ଭିଜିବଲ ହେଲା।
ना ना पूर्व दर्शन 10 मिनिट ହେଲା विजिबल होउनथला 10 मिनिट ହେଲା
ନାଇଁ ସାର୍
नो
ଆମେ
सर
ଯେତେବେଳଠୁ ଜଏନ୍ କଲୁଣି
ତମେ କେତେବେଳେ ଜଏନ୍ କଲଣି
ଆମେ ଏଇ 10 ମିନିଟ୍ ହେଲା ସାର୍।
10 मिनिट हबो।
अच्छा 10 मिनिट କାହାକୁ विजिबल होउनथला अच्छा ମୁଁ ପଚାରୁଛି ଦେଖିବା ଇରି ତମକୁ विजिबल होउनथला
नो सर
आ तुम तो कहया କଥା सर विजिबल होउनी बोली स्क्रीन ଏବେ विजिबल ହେଲା
हाँ
हाँ सर
ओके ओके हौ तमे 10 मिनिट हेलानी विजिबल ना केते मिनिट हेलानी विजिबल होउनी
सर आपण लेफ्ट कले ता परठू विजिबल होउनथला।
तुम तो कहया କଥା सर विजिबल होउनी बोली स्क्रीन टा ହେଲା ହଉ ଠିକ ଅଛି ଏବେ विजिबल होउची कि
हाँ सर हाँ सर
कौन लिखा है कहला ऊपर
ग्रीन केमिस्ट्री।
ग्रीन केमिस्ट्री।
हाँ ग्रीन केमिस्ट्री फर्स्ट हम पढ़ेली इंट्रोडक्शन पढ़ेला पर origin of green chemistry where green chemistry first originated who gave the concept of green chemistry and who is the father of green chemistry क्लीयरली कही है देखिए तापर को कारण डैमेज है को केमिकल्स आसला बोली सेटा प्रॉब्लम है तापर ग्रीन केमिस्ट्री लोक मैंने चिंता कले ये सब पेज रे एक्सप्लेन कराई है ना तापर पाउल अनास्तास फादर ऑफ ग्रीन केमिस्ट्री बोली कहली कि सब नोबेल प्राइज पाइछन ताको भी एक्सप्लेन करिছে है देखिए तुम सब ये पेजेस पे लिखाई है और 12 प्रिंसिपल ऑफ ग्रीन केमिस्ट्री के सब एक्सप्लेन करागला है से विषय भी एक्सप्लेन कराई प्रत्येक पॉइंट कहब गोटे लाइन लिखे 1 or 2 lines you should must write each by so that it will cover one long question that is the green 12 principle of green chemistry total एक्सप्लेन कराई है तापर कॉन्सेप्ट टिके स्पीकर बंद कर तमरा है देन कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ एटम इकोनॉमी कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ एटम इकोनॉमी विषय भी मुझे कही जे हाउ मच एटम ये क्वेश्चन आसो गोटे एग्जाम रे दे रिएक्टेंट देतो प्रोडक्ट देथिबो तुमे मास कैलकुलेट करबो प्रोडक्ट मास बाय रिएक्टेंट मास इनटू 100 करबो जो प्रोडक्ट पचारिथिबो सब प्रोडक्ट न तीनटा प्रोडक्ट मिलला ए बी सी प्रोडक्ट तीनटा मिलिछि जोटा पचारिछि मनकर बी प्रोडक्ट इनटू 100 करबो सब जग मास मिसे दबाने हैला जो प्रोडक्ट प्रोडक्ट गोटे बाहरी से गोटे बाय रिएक्टेंट मास करबो प्रोडक्ट मास बाय रिएक्टेंट मास ये प्रोडक्ट 5टा बाहरी जो प्रोडक्ट पचारि से प्रोडक्ट कैलकुलेट करबो ये एग्जांपल दिया है कोड मैक्सिमम आसीबो जोटे रीअरेंजमेंट रिएक्शन हेतिबो कि एडिशन रिएक्शन हेतिबो सेटे मैक्सिमम आसीबो एटा कहै छै क्लियरली हला नहले कम जो एलिमिनेशन रिएक्शन सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन रे वैल्यू कम देन समरी कथा कहै छै आ तार टर्मिनल क्वेश्चन किछ करा हेतला तार आंसर भी किछ दे है क्वेश्चन भी दिया है ताको देखबो शुभश्री शुभश्री ऑडिबल होउची बस लेफ्ट है हां लिप्सा ऑडिबल होची
सर सुभा जाउछ सर
हाँ next feedstock starting material you must choose karibo so that it will not affect the environment सेटा available होते easily available होते दरकार हाँ solvent को नब को solvent टा कम easily available होते toxic है नथिबो reuse ही परथिबो सेगुड़ा solvent choose करिबा से विषय कहला आगो प्रोडक्शन ऑफ टारगेट प्रोडक्ट सपोज आमर प्रोडक्ट दरकार बी प्रोडक्ट दरकार हमें सी और डी को इग्नोर करिबा से टारगेट प्रोडक्ट फोकस करिबा टारगेट प्रोडक्ट यील्ड केन मैक्सिमम हो से विषय हमें स्टडी करिबा catalysis and the process of analytical chemistry okay then को catalyst का यूज करिया द्वारा हमर एनर्जी टा कंजप्शन कमी जीवो से विषय मध्ये हाइलाइट करा है जेठी देन आम कौन यूज कले टर्मिनाल गला आंसर गला कहला क्वेश्चन टा देन इवैल्यूएशन ऑफ केमिकल प्रोडक्ट एंड प्रोसेसेस को प्रोसेस को तुम फॉलो करिवो सो दैट हाजार्डस केमिकल्स एंड टॉक्सिक मटेरियल कम बाहरिवो से प्रोसेस विथ स्टेप्स सब करा है से स्टेप्स रे खाली मन रखिवो स्टेप्स को हाइलाइट करिवो डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ केमिकल रिएक्शंस को है को रिएक्शंस करा हले एटम इकोनॉमी कोडी अधिक बारे से विषय को है कोडी कमी जीवो से विषय भी एक्सप्लेन करा है आउ गोटे रिएक्शन प्रोसेस कला बेलू को स्टेप्स फॉलो करा पड़ो कौन कौन कथा को आम माइंडफुली स्टडी करा पड़ो से विषय हाइलाइट कराला देन करा है इवैल्यूएशन मेथड्स जेटा हम कहथले को मेथड तमे फॉलो करो को पॉइंट्स को फॉलो करी ए जो लिखा है को मेथड फॉलो करिवो माने मेकानिज्म टॉक्सिसिटी कोड कोड अवॉइड करिवो कोड मेकानिज्म ऑफ स्ट्रक्चरल रिएक्टिविटी एंड टॉक्सिक ग्रुप कोड लागि तक चेंज करिवो ए विषय मध्ये कहै जाऊ के पढिवो क्लियरली जान सेटा म हाइलाइट कर दे बुझिवो तापर ले कहै छै एटिक हार्मफुल इफेक्ट ऑफ केमिस्ट्री को हार्मफुल इफेक्ट रही से विषय मध्ये कहै हार्मफुल इफेक्ट तो ह्यूमन बीइंग टॉक्सिसिटी को मनुष्य पर कौन टॉक्सिक को मन चले कि पूरा पूरा लिखि पड़वाला जहाँ जहाँ टॉक्सिक हो तक लिखे बसिक पॉइंट्स करके लिखे बसिक कंपाउंड गोटे टॉक्सिक बुझेली गोटे कंपाउंड गोटे एनिमल पे टॉक्सिक अन्य एनिमल पे टॉक्सिक न हो पारे तेणु इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू नो व्हिच कंपाउंड इज वेरी मच हार्मफुल और नॉट इफेक्ट ऑन लोकल एनवायरनमेंट को कंपाउंड इफेक्टिव न तार स्टेप्स ग्लोबल मेथड को माने गोटा हमर जोटा ए जो येटा हम मतलब कहला स्मॉग फॉर्मेशन होतला फोटोकेमिकल स्मॉग फॉर्मेशन होता एनवायरनमेंट रे सेटा मध्ये इंडस्ट्रियल गैस सिचुएशन जो आसे ताको देखाइतला ग्लोबल एनवायरनमेंट के इफेक्ट हो जे ग्लोबल क्लाइमेट ग्लोबल वार्मिंग के क्लाइमेट चेंज से विषय एक्सप्लेन कराइतला और स्ट्रेटोस्फेरिक ओजोन डिप्लेशन केमी हो सो दैट स्किन कैंसर हो ताको केमि अफेक्ट कर मनुष्य को एनिमल को प्लांट को ताको भी कहा देन तार एग्जांपल ग्लेशियर केमती माने आइसटा केमती मेल्ट करूचे केमती सी लेवल इंक्रीज करके फ्लड तैयारी करूचे से विषय मध्ये एक्सप्लेन करा तुम लिखि चलियो मा एवडा सब्सटेंस थिला देन आम डिस्कशन कले प्लानिंग एंड ग्रीन सिंथेसिस केमती हम इमेज प्लान करबा दिन ग्रीन सिंथेटिक प्रोसीजर वी शुड अडॉप्ट हाँ फॉर एग्जांपल गोटे दिया है कौन आइबोप्रोफेन प्रिपरेशन ऊपर मन रखा दरकार ना तलटा यहाँ दरकार नहीं मन रखा खाली कहीदेव कि 6 स्टेप्स नि जाइए मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ टॉक्सिक मटेरियल प्रोड्यूसन हो सो इट इज हार्मफुल बट वी हैव टू अडॉप्ट द ग्रीन सिंथेटिक प्रोसीजर 3 स्टेप प्रोसीजर एंड इट विल नॉट अफेक्ट एनी एनवायरमेंटल पॉल्यूशन एनवायरमेंटल it balance the it will not affect it will not produce any toxic and harmful product during the course of reaction if we follow the green synthetic procedure we have already told you है नेक्स्ट एटा एतिक तो कथा पढ़ा है तुम फिर कहि नेक्स्ट क्लास नेक्स्ट पढ़ेबे हला एटा पढ़ेबे बोली कहले am I audible to all of you
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
यस सर
अच्छा तो डिस्कनेक्ट हो गला तमें सांगे सांगे मत कहते सर आप स्क्रीन टा शेयर है चल पढ़ा चल मो भाव स्क्रीन शेयर अच्छे ना मुझे वाच करनी है ठीक अच्छे मुझे नोट पठे अब तो देखिपाल सब जिनसा है
Yes, sir.
जो कौन कहते आइबोप्रोफेन टा देखी ना बोते प्रोडक्शन टा जो
No,
स्टेप्स
sir.
ना सर
ଆଉ ସେଇଟା ମୁଁ ଷ୍ଟେପ୍ ସବୁ କହିଲି ମୁଁ କହିଲି ଏଠି ପ୍ରିପାରେସନ୍ ଥିବ ତମେ କହିଥାନ୍ତ ନା ହଉ ଠିକ୍ ଅଛି ମୁଁ ଆଗେ ଆଉଥରେ କାଲିକି ଆଉଥରେ ଟିକେ ଏକ୍ସପ୍ଲେନ୍ କରିଦେବି।
ନେକ୍ସଟ କ୍ଲାସ ରେ ଟିକେ ରିପିଟ୍ କରିଦେବେ ସାର୍।
ହଁ ସେଇଟା ଖାଲି ଏକ୍ଜାମରେ ଆସିବାର ଅଛି ତ ଆଇବୁପ୍ରୋଫେନ୍ଟା ହେଲା
ଓକେ
ସେଥିପାଇଁ
ସାର୍।
ତମେ ହଁ ସେଟା କହିବି ତାପରେ ଏକ୍ସପ୍ଲେନ୍ ତାପରେ ଆଉ ହେଲା ପଢ଼େଇଦେବି କାଲି ଆଉ ହେଲା ଟୁମରୋ ହଁ
ହଁ ସାର୍।
ହଉ
ଓକେ ସାର୍।
ତାହେଲେ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଜଏନ୍ କରିଛ ଠିକ୍ ଟାଇମ୍ରେ ଜଏନ୍ କରିବ ସୋ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ କିଛି ଆଇଡ଼ିଆ ପାଇବ କିଛି ଲେଖିପାରିବ ଏକ୍ଜାମ୍ରେ କାଲି ଦେଖ ଗୋଟେ ଦୁଇଟା କ୍ଲାସ୍ କର ତମେ କିଛି ଆଇଡ଼ିଆ ମିଳିଯିବ କିଛି ଲେଖିବା ପାଇଁ ଆଉ କିଛି
ହୁଁ
ନହେଲେ ଆଇଡ଼ିଆ ଲେଖିପାରିବନି ଅସୁବିଧା ହେବ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ ଫେସ୍ କରିବ ଇଟ୍ସ ଅପ୍ ଟୁ ୟୁ ରହିଲି
ୟେସ୍ ସାର୍।
ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ସାର୍।
ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ
ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ।
ସାର୍।